So this is kind of fun. There's been a ton of speculation today on what this warm-up event means. A lot of people think it's leading into a fusion event, but it's called a warm-up event. Now, where we are right now, we are in the Plarium app. So this is the way that you can load up all the different Plarium games, but there's a calendar inside the app that's specifically tied to all of the events that are going on right now in Raid Shadow Legends. So I'm going to pull that up again because I just closed it out. But you can see here, there's all games, there's home. And then from there, like when I'm in the Raid Shadow Legends tab, I can click this. And that is super helpful in seeing all the events. Although sometimes the events are missing information. Now, normally it says warm up fusion event right here. And then they have those like 15 points a day, 60 total points over 4 days. And it's acquired by like upgrading artifacts or something like that. But I think the part that got everybody really going was this post from Another Day, which had audio tied to it. And I went out of my way to not only strip the audio, convert it to text, then I also went to Reddit, put everything together, plugged it all into ChatGPT to learn all of this great stuff that I'm going to share with you right now. So if you've not done so already, click the link in the description. You're going to start your journey here at Raid Shadow Legends, right, with Corrado legendary Ugo, who's super important, epic support champion. Even more important than Ugo is going to be Deacon Armstrong at level 40. Even more important than Deacon Armstrong is going to be promo code Monkey King for Sun Wukong. So before we do anything else, I want to click on this link here. This came out 3 days ago, and it says strange rumors abound in the shady inns of Tolarian cities, from Arnoc to Kumoshiro, which we're going to dip into. Those with a vested interest in the local underworld speak of bizarre newcomers and portents of brewing trouble. Now, there's a reason why I did not click on this, and you're like, why don't you just click on it? Because there's audio. Let's listen to it.
We have suffered much. Our ancestors were driven to fester in the muck by the demon spawn. Then, after centuries, came the War of Arnoc. Within a decade, the Red Crusade followed. Orcs, Ogryn, Skinwalkers, and more of our own kind fled to us, barely escaping slaughter. In spite of those seeking our destruction, we built. We combined our skills, our knowledge, our will to thrive. Out of swamps we raised majesty and plenty. We created something extraordinary, something beautiful. We created a city of dreams.
The reason I'm giggling right there because of the voice changer, I've got one of my here on my Go XLR.
Hello, all of you joined together. I am mysterious and spooky.
Anyways, I'm a total goof. So I also like tech. And so what I did is I recorded that audio and I loaded it up into Adobe Premiere Pro, and I had it converted from voice to text. And then I plus, it says, we ever suffered much, our ancestors, so on and so on. And then I took that voice to text and I uploaded it into ChatGPT. Asking ChatGPT is like, so the cryptic message given to the community of Raid Shadow Legends, hinting in the next fusion event character. Can you explain what all this means? We have suffered much. Our ancestors were driven to fester in the muck by the demon spawn. After centuries came the War of Arnoc. Within a decade, the Red Crusade followed. Orcs, Ogryn, Skinwalkers, and more of our kind fled to us, barely escaping slaughter. In spite of those seeking our destructions, we built. We combined our skills, our knowledge, and our will to thrive. Out of the swamps, see, I mentioned swamps right here. We raised majesty and plenty, created something extraordinary, something beautiful. So I said, what does this all mean? Why are people going crazy on Reddit? Because they are. They're going crazy on this entire post. And I couldn't really understand why they were getting to the conclusion so quickly based on this text. It pretty much just put me into like, yeah, this really doesn't mean anything. The one thing that it did kind of point me towards is new culture or faction rich champion. So they've said, and I believe they said December is that, you know, the last or another faction could be introduced to Raid Shadow Legends, and most of the speculation about that has been surrounded like some sort of water, sea-bearing, nautical type of culture of some kind. And part of that Reddit post did go down that route. Now, what I did not look at when I looked at this the first time, really understand what everybody was focusing on, and it was that this part right here where it says, strange rumors abound in the shady ends of Tolarian cities. And it's this sentence right here from Arnoc to Kumoshiro. And I'll get to that. So what is Arnoc? And I Googled it. What is Arnoc in Raid Shadow Legends? In Raid Shadow Legends, Arnoc is the name of the area, specifically the sewers of Arnoc, located beneath the fallen city of Arnoc. Then the next part of that, which if we look right here, it says Kumoshiro. Now this is a little bit more confusing. It says, what is Kumoshiro in Raid Shadow Legends? It says, Kumoshiro does not appear to be a known champion in the game of Raid Shadow Legends. But, like, when I just Googled that, all of it comes back to Shiro, the Bloody Hell Hades, Raid Shadow Legends. I don't know why it does that. I don't know if it's a translation thing. Toshiro, mythical champion in Raid Shadow Legends, who can switch between two forms, each with different skills. Toshiro is known for dealing high damage in particularly strong areas like Hydra and Demon Lord clan boss. And it really didn't get any better, but all the searches on Google in relation to Raid come back to this champion here, which is the mythical champions for Shadowkin. And I think when I take in this sewers of Arnoc, and then we have a Shadowkin, which is typically associated with various things. You know, a lot of people say that it ties to ninjas, is where we get here on this particular thing on subreddit. So this is all pure speculation. What do you guys think the new trouble is? And strange rumors, all that we've read. And then the top voted comment with the new teaser talks about newcomers, ninjas from the sewers of Arnoc. Now that is a little bit of stretch, but that is in direct relation to this line right here. From Arnoc to Kumoshiro, those with veteracy in the local underworld speak of bizarre newcomers and importance of brewing trouble. Maybe I'm just old, but I can only think of one group of reptilian ninjas from the sewer. Now, that's the other thing about Arnoc is tied to what, the lizards? Yeah. Particular area, I think it starts with a lizardman. Yeah. The sewers are to be challenged, especially new players, due to the presence of lizardmen and the need to repeat stages. So this has to do with lizardmen, right? So I think I sent a lot of people down this post. Now, I did take that entire Reddit post and I plugged it into ChatGPT just to give a summary of what the community is speculating. And there's a couple main theories from that Reddit post, is that this is going to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collaboration. That's the most popular theory on the thread. Users point to ninjas from the sewers, Arnoc's underworld, bizarre newcomers, fits Mutant Ninja Turtle brothers. Comments like ninjas from the sewer and only one group comes to mind. And if there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle event or fusion, I'm all for it. Speculations include collab champions as part of Shadowkin Ninjas or Lizardman Reptilian. A mythical Shredder possibility being the headliner. So that is the primary theory of that Reddit post. Second part is they talk about the new faction, 16 faction, which was what I originally thought when I saw that this was some sort of teaser about the new faction that's coming in December. Several users mentioned the long rumored new faction coming in December. Guesses include steampunk, pirates, ocean, deep ones, or Order of the Magi. Others argued angels, but many said that overlaps with Sacred Order And then the ultimate theories is Thieves Guild, Dark Brothers style faction, underworld crime-based groups, event dungeons like Chaos Awakened rather than a permanent new faction, crossover fatigue concerns. Some feel that Rhonda, He-Man, and now Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stretch Raid's art direction too far. And then lastly, the Foot-Clad jokes appeared a lot, reinforcing the Teenage Mutant Ninja theme. What do you think? Where are you at with all this? Are you excited about any of this? Where do you land on this speculation? I'm hoping we get some more official information here in the next day or so. The one thing I want to point to is that when I look at the Polarium app, when I look at the calendar, it doesn't say fusion event. It just says warm-up event. I really don't know what that means. All right, if you have not done so already, click the link in the description. You're going to get Grotto right from the start. Ugo at level 10, very important character. Fane at 20. Deacon at level 40, very, very important character, Deacon. And then lastly, Sun Wukong, Monkey King. Use promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong. Extremely, extremely important character. All right, bye for now.